Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Kyle, and welcome back to episode 18 or 17 now. I've lost track. But today we have Belgium, a sceptical team, but I don't know. Let's just get into this. In goal, we have the Chelsea's best goalkeeper at the minute, Thibaut Courtois, playing for Chelsea. As I've just said, he played 30 games last season, and he's obviously going to be Belgium's number one. He's Chelsea's number one. They chose him over Petr Cech, but that's where they went wrong, I think, this season. But anyway, we don't want to hear about Chelsea's downfall. Courtois has played 37 games for Belgium in his career, and at the age of 24, it's not a bad turnout, is it? Moving on to the right back, we have Guillaume Gillette. He plays for Anderlecht, but he also played for FC Nantes or Nantes last season in the French league. He can also play central midfield as well as the right back position, and he played 21 games last season for Nantes. I think he might have been on loan to Nantes from Anderlecht, but I'm not sure. His FIFA card is from Anderlecht. However, I've got him written down as Nantes. He has also played 22 games for Belgium in his career. At centre-back position, we go with Thomas Vermaelen from Barcelona, the ex-Arsenal man. Linked with a move to Liverpool this week. Don't know how much of that will come through. But yeah, Thomas Vermaelen played 19 games for this season, for Barcelona this season. He can also play left back, and he has played 53 games for Belgium in his career. And if you look at his card, he looks pretty young. However, he is 31 years of age now, or 30 years of age, 31 this year. But he does look very young. However, linked with a move back to the Premier League, he could be a good signing for Liverpool. Supposed to be getting him for very cheap as well, so let's see what he does. His partner is Toby Alderweireld from Spurs, the first of three Spurs players in a row that I'm going to bring to you. Toby Alderweireld can play right back as well as the centre back position, and he played 49 games for Spurs this season or last season, as well as having 55 international caps. The second of the three is Jan Vertonghen. He played 33 games for Spurs last season, as well as having 77 international caps. And I've got him at left back because that is where he plays for Belgium. However, for Spurs he does play centre back. The three central midfielders are Marouane Fellaini. He plays for Manchester United, and I've got him in there purely because of his height. He's a devil in the box, and also a devil with his elbows. He played 34 games for Manchester United last season, as well as appearing in the FA Cup final. And he also has 68 international caps. The final Spurs player, I thought it was in a row, but Fellaini was first, is Moussa Dembele. This Spurs Moussa Dembele, not the Fulham one. He played 34 games last season. No, he didn't. He played 35 games last season for Spurs, as well as having 65 international caps, and he helped Spurs move on to third position. Should have probably finished second, however Arsenal pulled it in the bag in the last game, and so did Newcastle. They have them to thank. This right midfielder we have is Dries Mertens from Napoli. He played 40 games for Napoli last season, and other than right midfield, he can also play left midfield or central attacking midfield. And he has also got 45 international caps. At left wing or left midfield, we have Eden Hazard. Disappointing last season, he was absolutely outstanding 2 seasons ago when Chelsea won the Premier League. However, dip in form. Belgium were obviously going to take him, and because he's actually their captain, with the missing Vincent Kompany. However, Eden Hazard played 43 games for Chelsea last season, which is quite a lot to say he only got around 4 goals. He can also play in the attacking midfield role or striker role, and he has 65 international caps. He's also pretty young. He's got more caps than Thomas Vermaelen, and he is, how old is he? 24 years of age. 25 years of age, sorry. 5 years younger than Vermaelen, sorry. And has 13 more caps. So, yeah. In the central attacking midfield player, we have an ex-Chelsea man, Kevin De Bruyne. Left Chelsea purely because of Mourinho. Wasn't given his time. And he's playing for Man City now. He started off well, got an injury, however, he still played 41 games, scoring 16 goals. He has also played 39 games for Belgium. And the striker, completing the starting 11, is Romelu Lukaku from Everton. Doesn't look like he's going to stay at Everton. Ex-Chelsea man, 23 years of age, and yeah, these Belgians that Chelsea have got are pretty good. So I don't know why they've let these go. However, Lukaku has played 46 games for Everton last season, scoring 25 goals, which isn't bad, and he has 44 international caps. So that's the starting 11. Moving on to the substitute bench and reserves. We start off with the 2 goalkeepers. Simon Mignolet, who had a howler for Liverpool last season. I don't rate him. I really don't like Simon Mignolet. He played 55 games for Liverpool. They've signed Karius from a team in Germany, and I really hope Mignolet does not play. Even though I'm a Chelsea fan, I still don't want to see Mignolet playing, really. That's what I'm trying to say. And he also has 16 international caps. Next to him we have Jean-Francois Gillet from Mechelen. He played 34 games for Mechelen last season in the Belgium League, as well as having 9 international caps. So that is the goalkeepers. Moving on to the defence now. We first have Jordan Lukaku, the brother of Romelu Lukaku, also linked with a move to the Premier League. He plays for Oostende in the Belgium League, and he played for 35 games for Oostende last season, as well as having 4 international caps. Next we have Thomas Meunier, who started the tournament with Belgium, the Euros with Belgium, but he didn't play the next match. He played for Club Brugge. He played 42 games for Club Brugge last season, as well as having 5 international caps. Still pretty young, the age of 24. And the final defender we have Olivier Deschamps. He plays for Anderlecht. He's pretty old now, at the age of 35. However, it's nice to have some experience, not only on the pitch, but in the dressing room. Just with all these new young up and coming players coming through, it's nice to have someone show them the ropes. He played 43 games for Anderlecht last season, as well as having 20 international caps. Moving on to the midfield, we have a guy who's been speculated to move to the Premier League, primarily Chelsea, Raja Nainggolan. He has played 42 games for Roma last season, as well as having 19 international caps. And he's a decent guy. I want to see him come to the Premier League. Really want him to come to Chelsea because I'm Chelsea fan. But do we need him? We have Nemanja Matic and people like Fabregas, Oscar, and other players. Do we really need him? But with the new manager coming in, he might suit his playing style a bit more. Anyway, the less of the Chelsea talk, let's move on. Next we have Steven Defoe from Anderlecht. Another experienced guy. He's still pretty young at the age of 28, if you call that young. It's old for a footballer, but young for a real person. Well, I know they're real people, but still pretty young. Anyway, and yeah, Steven Defoe has been around a bit. I remember when he was at Porto before Anderlecht, and I think it was at Everton, but I could be wrong. Everton or Fulham, I could be wrong, but anyway, he played 42 games for Anderlecht last season, as well as having 46 international caps. And finally, in the central midfield position, we have Axel Witsel, who used to play for Porto as well as before. He's playing for Zenit St. Petersburg now in the Russian league. He has 41 international no, he doesn't. He played 41 games last season for Zenit, messing up already. And he has 67 international caps. A right midfielder now who scored in the Champions League final, we have Yannick Ferreira Carrasco, playing for Atletico Madrid. He has played 43 games last season for Atletico Madrid, as well as having 4 international caps, and he looks like could be a good player coming up. He's only 22, and I would love to see him in the Premier League. He used to play for Monaco, however I think it was last season he joined Atletico Madrid. Christian Benteke is the first striker of 3 that I have chosen to take on the bench. Playing for Liverpool, don't really like Liverpool. Benteke went there to be an impact player, but he didn't score many goals. He played 42 games and he has 26 international caps. Next we have a guy who today actually of recording, West Ham made a bid for him, 35 million euros. It's Michy Batshuayi. I don't know if I said his name correct, but he's playing at Marseille, the home of Dimitri Payet. And in 50 games last season for Marseille, he scored 23 goals, as well as having 5 international caps. And finally, we have Divock Origi, hit with an injury last season, but it didn't stop him being Liverpool's best striker. He played 33 games for them last season. He has 19 international caps, and he can also play left wing as well as striker. So that's the team. I think Belgium will probably do a good team, but I don't see them winning it. They'll probably get to the quarter final. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.